Hey Laris.
Hey Ekin, so what are we talking about today?
Today, we will be talking about an emotion called empathy, specifically through a nature versus nurture perspective and the interactionalist approach. Empathy is a social emotion, and it is defined as the ability to imagine and understand the thoughts, perspectives, and the emotions of another person. When looking into how empathy is developed, we see that it is an emotion that humans of the earliest centuries acquired when beginning social interactions, and even apes possessed this ability.
The nature side of the debate covers information such as the neural basis for empathy, whereas the nurture side covers information on the environmental impact on the development of empathy. First things first, let's look at the nature side of the debate. The human brain contains cells called mirror neurons, and they become active when we are performing an action or expressing an emotion, and when we see another person performing the same action or expressing the same emotion.
Mirror neurons facilitate an emotion contagion. Emotion contagion is a phenomenon where humans take on the emotions of others that they see people experiencing, whether it is a positive or negative emotion. We also see that empathy can feel different in people with autism disorder. Some feel a lack of empathy, whereas others feel an overwhelming amount or recognition for other people's feelings.
Research has shown that dysfunctional mirror neurons contribute to autism disorder. Through our understanding of the role of mirror neurons, we find a link between the lack of empathy or too much of it, especially in those with autism disorder whose mirror neurons are different from others. Now let's look at the nurture side of the debate.
The theory of learned matching suggests that empathy is learned due to associations we form during development. There are two processes that help us from these associations. Firstly, there is the process of affect mirroring. This is where someone imitates another person's emotional displays. Caregivers often react to their infants by imitating the emotions and expressions shown. The infant then learns to associate other people's emotions with their own. And secondly, there is the process of synchronous emotion. This is when two or more people experience the same emotional response to an event at the same time, such as when we notice those around us reacting the same way we do to a loss in a football game.
Together, these two processes help us form associations between the emotion we observe in another and the emotion we feel ourselves. This then allows us to develop empathy. Nurture also claims that a person's current environment can impact their ability to be empathetic. Study done by Callie Smith et al. Shows link between social factors on adolescents' empathetic behaviors. They found that factors such as receiving affection from a caregiver, having a close friend, and liking school were all positively correlated with empathetic behaviors. So the nurture debate shows that environmental factors can influence a person's ability to be empathetic from development and later in life.
We can also choose to take an interactionalist approach that sees aspects from both nature, such as neuronal activity, and nurture, such as socialization, to provide explanations for empathy. Research shows that women have higher activity in mirror neurons than men do, suggesting a biological basis for why women may appear more empathetic. However, this may also be due to the social and cultural factors women face in their environment, which constantly reinforce their nurturing and empathetic role.
Therefore, we can conclude that there are many different factors that impact empathy in a person. From the nature side of the debate, empathy is due to biological factors, such as the presence of mirror neurons and the impact of dysfunctional mirror neurons. From the nurture side, empathy is due to environmental factors, such as associations made from interactions during development, and social factors as we get older.
Yet, we can also choose to take an interactionalist approach, which may be the safest option, as it can be understood that if there are both biological and environmental influences, then the emotion of empathy must be experienced as a result of an interaction between these factors. Thank you for watching our video.
Created using Powtoon.